Hi, and welcome to Venture360. My name is Rachel, and I'm Venture360's CEO. On behalf of our entire team, we are so excited to show you what we built for you. Look, we know raising capital is really hard. We've been there. Raising capital is so time-consuming and inefficient because most investors use completely different processes. So to really address the problem of inefficiency, we first built tools for investors to use to make the process of screening, closing, and tracking investments as easy as possible for everyone. These tools now support thousands of venture funds, angel groups, and family offices all over the world. Not only are we giving you access to these investors, but the tools I'm about to show you were designed to support your capital raise directly in sync with the investor's needs. This is what makes it so exciting. So let's get started. What you're seeing here is your dashboard. This is going to give you an overview of all of your capital raising activity. So my cap table summary, my deal marketing activity, my traction with that activity, any commitments I have coming in to open rounds, and then the status of my investor reporting. The first thing I'm going to take you through is organizing the information that you're going to present to your investors. And this starts with your profile page because this is the first thing investors will see when they log into your account. So introducing your company, uploading a presentation, and then a financial snapshot and management with social links. The next thing is you're going to upload supplementing files to your profile, so business plan, anything else you want investors to be able to review, and then you can host discussions. Just be careful when you host discussions to pay attention to the different access permissions. The next thing I'm going to take you through is how to connect with investors. And really, you can connect with investors in any way that's appropriate for your type of capital raise. So the first thing is being able to just invite investors into your Venture360 account, where they can then make commitments, you can manage a closing, and you can report to them. The next option is to search for investors who would be a good fit for the type of company you're raising capital for. We have provided you access to a massive database of investors all over the world, and then you can search again by whatever criteria you want. So if I'm looking for micro and angel VCs in the New Zealand area, we will return you a list of all of those. And then you can do additional research into those companies and invite them directly into your Venture360 account. The next option you have is to share a deal within the Venture360 community. When you share a deal, that deal is populated into the deal pipeline of the group that you're sharing it with. A log of all of those is cataloged for you here, and of course you can unshare those deals at any time. Finally, another option is a bit more public in that you can click a button, and now everybody on Venture360 has access to your company's profile through a community folder that we have in our investor access portal. The next thing I'm going to show you is your own private URL. And this is one of the things that I'm most excited about because you can place this unique link that we're going to give you in any social site that you want, your homepage on your website, your Facebook, your Twitter. And when investors click this, they're sent to an investor registration page. Once they register to get access to your company profile, you then can approve it. So again, this is a way for you to be able to promote the fact that you're raising capital while also controlling who has access to sensitive information. Now that you have invited investors in, you've compiled a really good prospecting list of investors, you've shared it, you've promoted it, we can now then help you organize these investors into different stages. For example, there might be certain files that you only want investors you're in due diligence with to be able to see. Or maybe you require investors to sign a confidentiality agreement before you release maybe sensitive financials or sales information. You can group these investors into subgroups, which is basically a grouping of them with different permissions around files, discussions, and other things associated with that group. Again, it's a way to control access to sensitive information. Okay, now that all these investors have been invited into the system, they're going to start making commitments, and those commitments go into your open and active rounds. You can see here that I have 3 investors who've made commitments to my open round, including an angel group and a venture fund that I've shared a deal with on Venture360. Once all of your commitments are in, you're going to click a button and begin a closing process. We're going to help make this incredibly easy and efficient to manage. So whether it's 2 funds or 40 angels, you're a couple of clicks away from doing a fully electronic closing process. This starts with first issuing invoices, which notifies the investors that you're ready to close and where to send those funds. We have integrated electronic signature capability, upload all of your closing documents, send them out to your investors, and keep track of who has signed what when. Once all of this information is in, so everybody's paid you, they've signed all the documents, you're going to mark this round as closed. Once the round is closed, Venture360 creates a record of the transaction and it starts a transaction history. One of the beautiful things is it also populates that round automatically onto your cap table. So instead of having to manage multiple systems about where you're raising and then tracking it in some other cap table management system, Venture360 is one seamless process where you open the round, you take in your commitments, and when you close it, it is automatically put on your cap table. You can see here all rounds that I have on my cap table. I can see closing information for those rounds, and then I can also click the details button, which is my cap table editor, where I add new classes and manage my cap table itself. So now that we have closed a round, it's time to report back to our investors. So you can see here, I'm tracking a number of different metrics for my investors. I just go in, update them maybe every quarter, every month. Then I can also build charts. These charts, I can track multiple metrics against one another, and then I can embed those charts into custom reports here. These reports can then be shared out to my investors in a number of different ways. I also update my valuation information, and I can link financials. So now we're back to our dashboard. Again, this is a summary of all of the activity I just took you through in 5 minutes, from marketing my deal to keeping up to date on my commitments, my reporting, and tracking my cap table. I hope you're as excited as we are about all of the features that you've just seen and how easy we're hopefully going to make that capital raise for you. We're looking forward to working with you. Thank you so much.